What's up everyone, Kaiju no Kami here, and this is my latest Q&A. Just like the last two Q&As, I'm going to not edit anything, so anytime I mess up, I say something wrong, I stall, I cough, I sneeze, whatever, you're gonna see it. And just like right now, where I just lost my thought. So let's get some Q&As. First, I do need to say that I thought I had something on Facebook question, but when I went on there to look for it, I couldn't find the question. So maybe I was just going nuts thinking I had a question I hadn't answered from Facebook a long time ago. But I hope that's the case because I couldn't find anything. I looked though. If you send me a question by Facebook, I looked. I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. Alright, first question we have here. Hello Kaiju. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ragnarok from Patreon here. Well, first, Yu-Gi-Oh! Ragnarok, once again, thank you for your patronage, and thank you to everyone that does support me on Patreon. You guys are a big help. As I said before, if I can get up to $500 in Patreon, I can not monetize my channel anymore so that there's no ads during my videos. Would be kind of funny if an ad were to pop up right now in my video as I'm saying that. Anyway. I heard from one of your Q&As you had a few Yu-Gi-Oh! Mangas on your shelf. Are you still in the game? If not, when did you stop? Yes, I do have some mangas on my shelf. I can't show you them right now because they're on the buried, but I do have all 38 volumes of the original series and the Yu-Gi-Oh! R manga. No, I just recently got rid of... Do I still have 5Ds? No, I actually gave 5... Yeah, I gave 5Ds away for Christmas. So I don't have 5Ds anymore. I am not in the game anymore. The game has changed so much that I lost my fun in it. I used to play a really kick-ass Shinato deck because Shinato was one of my favorite cards. And then that deck kind of got outdated. So I tried a Fairy Dark Light Fusion deck. Or not Dark Fusion deck, but a Dark Light Counter Trap deck. Dark Light Counter Trap. A Fairy Counter deck. Counter Trap deck. Wow, I cannot speak. And it worked well for a while. And then again, the game updated and it was obsolete. Then I went to a Nordic deck because I really like the Nordic cards. That deck, as soon as I finished getting it together, boom, outdated, very slow, couldn't win a game. Then I moved on to, I tried Ghost Tricks. Couldn't get that deck to work. The last deck I've used is a 6 Samurai deck because I did like the designs of the Samurai. I like the mythology involved because the Samurai cards have a lot of mythology. And it was a nice quick deck. It worked. And then things started to change. I really like the XYZs or XCs, whatever you want to call them. I really like those cards. And then the not Paladin stuff. Wow. What did they call it? Hold on. Pendulum. Yeah. Then the Pendulum stuff happened. And that's pretty much where everything lost me in the game. Pendulum summons were just such a broken concept. And then that other stuff happened with Konami that caused fuck Konami. I think you can go from there. I still have my 6 Samurai deck. It's in the closet in a deck box. It's very outdated though. I haven't even actually looked at the banned card list. I haven't actually looked at the banned card list in about 2 years, so I don't even know what is in my deck that's no longer able to be played, or if anything I have can be played again. I highly doubt they brought Solemn Judgment back, and I'm pretty sure they limited Solemn Warning to 1. And then, of course, Gateway. Blah, wow, why can't I speak now? Gateway of the 6 kind of went to bye-bye. And yeah, my deck wasn't centered around being able to use that card first thing. It was more like I used it as a bonus that if I got that card first thing, then cool, I was all set. But I didn't rely on Gateway to win my games. So that was a good thing. But things just got way too complicated with that Pendulum Summon, and I've lost all interest. I've sold most of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection, my Dark Crisis collection, my Ancient Sanctuary, no, not the Ancient Sanctuary, the Invasion of Chaos collection I had, Enemy of Justice collection, and then most of all my cards. I still haven't sold off my Fairy cards, I think I still have my Archfiend cards too. I might not have gotten rid of those, but whatever. Yeah, Pendulum Summons and fuck Konami is really what ultimately made me stop. Shay Smithers. What are your favorite arc storylines involving your favorite Marvel and DC characters, as well as favorite arc storylines in manga? Ooh. Arc storylines, like crossovers, or just in general? Well, if you mean, let's see, I'll just do a rundown. Jack Kirby's Fourth World Omnibus, obviously I have the Omnibus here. His Fourth World stuff, excellent. I'm currently reading the Jack Kirby, Stan Lee Fantastic Four run, which has been good so far. I'm in volume 2. I've been enjoying that. It started out a bit slow. Some of my favorite... Well, I love the Justice League crossovers with the alternate Earths that are in my Justice League books. New Teen Titans, of course, Judas Contract, and the fights with Trigun. For Amazing Spider-Man, the Hobgoblin arc that Roger Stern did. Hobgoblin is my favorite Spider-Man villain, and that arc is incredible. It's just as good as the Stan Lee stuff that he wrote in the earlier volumes in the 60s. I hate the death of Gwen Stacy because I think killing her off was the dumbest idea ever. X-Men. Ooh, X-Men, the Dark Phoenix saga, Days of Future Past, the Alien Brood saga, the stuff with Belasco when he kidnaps Magic. Those are really good. The Alan Moore run of Swamp Thing. What else did I love? Well, Batman Hush, Long Halloween, Dark Victory, Flash, let's see. I did like Infinite Crisis, and Identity Crisis I thought was good. Crisis on Infinite Earth was pretty cool. Kyle Rayner, when he became Green Lantern, was always a favorite of mine. Oh, the 2-issue Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow for Superman's good. Probably one of my favorite Superman lines. It makes for a nice series finale to the Silver Age Superman. The Great Darkness Saga from Legion of Superheroes. Let's see, for Marvel, it's not very good now that by today's standards, or, wow, 90s comics are weird. I loved them growing up, but I don't know how I ever actually stayed into comics, because reading them today, I find them to be downright awful in the writing department. However, The Rise of the Midnight Suns was always one of my favorite arcs. Ghost Rider, Morbius, two of my favorite Marvel characters. How could you not be cool? With Darkhold Redeemers and Night Stalkers. That was a really good arc. I also loved, when I was a kid, Sleepwalker was a favorite Marvel character of mine in Darkhawk. So I loved the story arcs when Sleepwalker crossed over with Spider-Man. Other crossovers, though, big-time crossovers. Actually, I did kind of enjoy Spider-Verse for the Spider-Man. It's probably the most modern... wow. Probably the most modern Marvel comic storyline I've actually enjoyed. I haven't been enjoying too much these days. DC Rebirth was fun too. That was nice. They've kind of messed it up since then, but at least it's a vast improvement over New 52. Now, manga. Favorite arc storylines. This could take a while, but I'll try to be quick. Yu-Gi-Oh! The Pharaoh's Memories arc, when they're in Atem's memories to ancient Egypt. That is my favorite arc from Yu-Gi-Oh! For One Piece, I'm going to probably say Water 7 is my favorite arc for One Piece. Or Water 7 Enies Lobby. I just count that as one arc. I know some people split it because the anime split it. To me, it's all just Water 7. Dragon Ball. Original Dragon Ball would be the Red Ribbon Saga. For Dragon Ball Z, I'm going to go with the Cell Saga. Frieza's my favorite villain for Dragon Ball, but the Cell Saga was probably the better arc. Let's see. I haven't finished Attack on Titan because obviously it's not over yet. I did like the stuff with the Beast Titan. I'm way behind on that. For Sailor Moon, the manga would have to be the Dead Moon Circus part. I don't think the manga's all that great for Sailor Moon, but I did enjoy the Dead Moon Circus, which is funny because Super S is my least favorite arc in the anime, but the Dead Moon Circus arc in the manga was actually pretty good because they actually started to develop the other soldiers, or other guardians as they're now called, because that's now the official translation, Pretty Guardian. Berserk. I really like the stuff with when the God Hand first appear. That's a good one. I think that's it for manga that I can comment on right now. Oh, Hellsing. Hellsing, well, actually it's kind of weird because Hellsing's really technically only like 4 story arcs. Which is weird, because like the last 7 volumes are just all take place over the course of one night. So I can't really answer that on Hellsing. Oh, and Silent Mobius. Silent Mobius, I like a certain event that occurs towards more than halfway through that deals with Katsumi. I don't want to give spoilers on it, but if you guys have seen Silent Mobius, you probably know what I'm talking about. Let's move on to another question. Hello, Kaiju no Kami. I'm Chris from Earth M78 Studios. Love the name. Love your Kaiju flick reviews. Thank you. Just got a few questions. 1. If you directed a Godzilla movie, how would you do it? Would you make the film dark, fun, or weird? If I directed a Godzilla film... Okay. I would go more serious, because I think Godzilla should be more serious. Doesn't mean you can't have fun in the seriousness, but I would go more serious. If I were to do a Godzilla film, I would have it that after Godzilla appeared in 1954, he then returned in 1964 and fought Mothra. Well, then an ancient metal is discovered, and by kind of like an evil organization, a terrorist organization, they create Mechagodzilla. Godzilla returned in 1974 to fight Mechagodzilla, and then he disappeared again. And then he returned in 1984. Basically, for some reason, Godzilla reemerges every 10 years, and this would just be like a recap type film at the beginning. And then it would be set to like modern day with Godzilla. Maybe doing with Godzilla comes back, but this time the Earth is ready for him because the UN has created their own army of Mechagodzillas to battle him. Something like that. I would do something where like that. you can do kind of different incarnations of Godzilla, having like the different movies, but that he came back every 10 years for some reason. No one knows exactly why, and the movie would start touching on those mysteries of why he came back every 10 years. Stupid jet. Number 2. Have you recently watched Godzilla reviews from YouTuber Brennan Tenode? His reviews on some of the big G flicks are cool. I have watched Brennan Tenode's reviews. Some of them I don't think I've actually watched his Godzilla ones. I've watched his Gamera ones and a few other reviews. I like him. He's pretty cool. I know some people have been asking me to do like a crossover with him. And we'll see what happens eventually. If he's okay, if he'd love to do a crossover, if he's open for it, I'll do it. 3. Favorite kaiju from any media that's not Godzilla? Well, Gamera from the Heisei trilogy. From Ultras, let's go with Ultra 7, King Joe, Metron. Actually, I guess they're technically not kaiju. They're alien beings. Gamora. He's a kaiju. There was one kaiju, well, Antler in Ultraman, but there was another one in Ultraman that was like a dragon horse. That was pretty cool. What's another cool kaiju that I liked? Wow, my brain has gone. Not from Godzilla. Let's just go with those ones. Right now I can't think of other ones. I know there's others, especially from Sentai and Kamen Rider. Well, Kamen Rider Black had a ton of awesome kaijus, or kaijins as they're called. Kamen Rider Blade had some really cool bondage ones. If you've ever seen Go-Go 5, Magma Golem's a pretty cool kaiju. Number 4. Would you be interested to join the cult of Gojira to spread good news about the almighty Godzilla? Members get their lives spared from the wrath of the Big G. I am the Kaiju no Kami, so I already own the cult of Godzilla because I am the god of monsters. I would love these questions to be answered in your Q&A video if possible. Well, I just did. You're welcome. Jeannie Whitcomb. Whitcombe? Oops, sorry. I'm sure I butchered that. How did you get into shows from Japan? Well, it started a long, long time ago when I was a wee little lad. I was in kindergarten, and one of my classmates brought in this tiny little green lizard figure that was kinda cool. I asked him what it was. He told me it was Godzilla. And then I went home and said, hey, Steven in my class has this little thing called Godzilla. It's pretty cool. I guess it's based on a movie. I want that toy. And then I got that toy. And I said, you know, now that I have the toy, I have to see the movie this toy goes to. So, that's how I got to see Godzilla in 1985, and I was like, that was Godzilla? I don't know. That movie was kind of boring. Ooh, Video Factory has a lot more, though. Let's check this out. So I rented Godzilla vs. The Thing. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then I rented Godzilla vs. Monster Zero and was like, that's awesome too. And then I rented Godzilla King of the Monsters and was like, that was kind of cool, but I like the other ones better. And then it just went on from there. And then I was watching TNT and they were advertising, ooh, we have this show called Ultra 7. I was like, Ultra 7? That looks kind of cool. Boom. Oh my god, this is awesome. And then it went into, I was reading this toy magazine, and I saw this article, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers coming to America. I looked at it, I'm like, this looks kind of cool. What's this about? It's about people who transform into dinosaurs, and in October, a 6th Ranger will make an appearance who is a Green Ranger. They will be battling the evil forces like King Sphinx, Fly Guy, and Babu and Squat. This sounds pretty cool. I'm curious to check this out. And then like 2 days later, Fox showed a promo and I was like, sold. Where is this? When is it happening? I need to see this right now. And that was how I got hooked onto Toku. Well, and then in 2001, I wanted to see the Japanese versions, and it just happened that the store was selling subtitled DVDs of Gao Ranger. I bought them. Yes, at the time when we were all ignorant, and it was kind of the only way to actually get subtitled Sentai was to support bootlegs, unfortunately. So I did. I bought that and Hurricaneger, and then I found a shop that sold VHS rips to Die Ranger and Jude Ranger, and it went on from there. And then Hurricaneger had a commercial for Kamen Rider Ryuki, went through that, and then I was hooked. And then I got DSL, or my parents got DSL, so then I started downloading fan subs to Kamen Rider Fies, and what was on at the time? Deca Ranger, and it went on from there. So that's essentially how I got into the Japanese shows. Now for anime, technically I was an anime fan when Voltron and Robotech came out, and then Sailor Moon in the 90s. I just didn't know it was anime at the time. So technically, when I knew I got into anime was in 97. Sci-Fi Channel did a marathon movie, a week of anime movies. And I watched a movie called Fatal Fury the Motion Picture. And then that was when I was hooked on anime ever since then. I hope it helps. Alright. Aiden. Okay. The guy whose name I can never pronounce, and he even says it here. Hi, it's me with the unpronounceable name, with some more questions. Aiden de Freta Forrester. Yeah, I doubt I'm still close. Freta. Is the S silent? I guess that's the biggest thing that's throwing me off, is I'm trying to figure out if the S is supposed to be silent or not. Of course, knowing my luck, the EI is not even close to what I'm thinking it is either. But anyway, number 1. What is your opinion on the Tremors franchise? I have never actually watched the Tremors franchise. Number 2. What is your opinion of Little Shop of Horrors, 1986 and its 2 endings? I haven't seen that one either. I've only seen the original that has Jack Nicholson in it. Well, for like one whole scene. Like 2 minutes of screen time. So the fact that the Blu-ray case was like, oh, it features Jack Nicholson. I do know of the alternate ending to the original movie, and I'm kind of curious to see that now. What are your thoughts on the 13th Doctor? Oh, wow, the new one. I don't know yet. I'm kind of ambivalent. I loved Capaldi himself as the Doctor. I wasn't a fan of the episodes he was a part of. There were a couple really good ones, like wow, the horror one. Don't Speak? No. Wow, why can't I... Listen, right? Don't Listen? It was one of the horror ones. Now, for some reason, I can't remember its name. I really liked that episode. I thought he had good episodes, just not great episodes. And he also ended up having one of the worst episodes of the entire franchise, which was the found footage one. I hated that episode, although it was not without a really good scene that I've used a couple times in my reviews and videos when he's talking about why everyone puts space in front of everything just because it's high tech. For the new Doctor, I haven't decided yet. I'm at a point where I think I'm going to just start watching Doctor Who after the whole season's done. Because I'm just tired of watching them once a week whenever they air. I mean, I enjoy this. Some shows I enjoy better when I binge the whole thing, and I think Doctor Who's one of those that is much better that way. Unless you're season 7 of Doctor Who, Matt Smith's final season. That was still kind of crap when binging the whole thing. Yeah, that one sucked. But I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm kind of curious because I do want to see how this new Doctor works. I'm also interested, kind of a little bit concerned because there's been rumors that the showrunner, when he was picked, he actually picked it out. I took up the mantle out of obligation, not because he really wanted to. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm hoping not, but if that is true, that means he's not really going to put his best work into it. We'll see what happens. What are your opinions on Go Ranger Jack and Ninja Captor if you've seen it? I don't even know Ninja Captor. Go Ranger, I've only watched the first episode. I liked what I saw. Jack, I watched the first 7 episodes raw back in 2003, and I was kind of bored. I'm hoping when I get to see the show subtitled, it's going to be much better, because there have been some shows that I've watched raw, and I've been like, this is boring. And then when I watched it subtitled, I enjoyed it a lot more. Except for Bioman. That one, and Mask Man. Those two, pretty much, I was bored when I watched them raw, and I was bored when I watched them sub. But obviously, I have to watch Mask Man to review it at some point, so maybe third time's the charm? Can hope. Could you give a short summary of all the Showa Kamen Rider series? No, not really, because I haven't seen most of the... Well, okay. I have seen the first episode to every Showa Kamen Rider series except V3. But I haven't actually watched in full length any of the series past or before Black, except for the first 21 episodes to the original show. So the original show is Shocker wants to take over the world. They're creating cyborg men. The main character, Hongo Takeshi, gets freed before they can fully transform him into one of their soldiers. So he starts battling him. He goes off to another... He rescues another rider off screen. And then he goes to save the world in Europe. So Nigo comes in and becomes the hero. And that's as far as I've gotten. I know for Sky Rider, the first episode, the main character, all his friends died. And so he was left to fight the new villains on his own. If I recall, in X, I want to say it was X, his father's killed. And he was turned into Kamen Rider to fight those villains. Stronger had... I liked Stronger. I liked what I saw of Stronger. That might be my first Showa Kamen Rider series I review, unless I decide to do Amazon's first, because Amazon's is only like 24 episodes. But I liked Stronger. I liked the characters in the 1 episode, 2 episodes I watched. 2 episodes. But I can't really give you a summary of all the shows because I haven't really seen enough to do so. And that is it for questions. I hope I got everyone's questions. How long are we on time? Oh, 29 minutes. We're shorter than the last video. I think. Shorter than the first one, at least. Let's see. Anything coming to mind that I want to answer? Well, I'm going to start working on... I am done with the Godzilla Hanna-Barbera series. So I'm going to start working on that review today. I've already filmed it. I'm hoping to have that out by the end of the weekend. Maybe Monday at the latest, because I really want that out this month. I'm also 20 episodes into Go-Go 5. And I'm 36 37 episodes into Sailor Moon Season 1. After I get all 3 of those series done, while I'm watching the 98 Godzilla cartoon, I'm going to be reviewing or watching probably Space Amoeba for my next Toho film, because I do need to get another Toho film reviewed. There's also something else I need to review. I don't remember what it was. I promise I'm going to really do a collection video soon on going through my whole collection. It's just every time I plan to do it, something happens so I can't. Or like right now, I just received my Ami payment for a request for the Kiru Goji Monster Art and Guts Alien for figure arts. But I promise I'm going to get that video done in the next month or so. I also have to have Corellica Kane kind of clean up her Legos and books so that I can do a scan of that room too. That is about it. I don't think there are any other questions for me. Now, there weren't this time. I know for sure, because I looked several times. Oh! Duh! Back to your question, Chris. Not Chris. Shay? Infinity War. That was one of my favorite stories also growing up, was Infinity War. That was my big introduction to Thanos, and when he became my favorite Marvel villain of all time. He's right up there with the likes. He is my favorite with, and then you have Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, Red Skull, the Serpent Society, Magneto. Although Magneto's not truly a villain. So yeah, Infinity War. I don't know how I forgot about that one. Probably because I was looking at what I own right now. But that one was good. That one was quite good too. Alright. I'm assuming that is all I have. Otherwise, it's going to be a bunch of dead air while I wait to think what else I could talk about. So until next time, bye.